Hello and welcome. My name is Michelle Frost. I am an AIFD designer and I just wanted to give you guys a quick little demo today. I am making a little arrangement. The markets have been closed. It's been very difficult to get flowers because of COVID, and so they're just starting to open back up again, but it's Saturday afternoon and I didn't get there this morning, so I just made a quick trip to my local Trader Joe's and I got some really beautiful cream roses, and so I wanted to show you guys how to make a really pretty little arrangement with them, just real quick. So first I'm starting off with just a clear vase, and it's just a little cylinder. You can actually put it in any vase you want. I'm going to grid the top. So I'm starting with some clear bowl tape. I'm going to tape around the rim, and I start taping around the rim first, making sure that it's stuck on very well. Then you grid the top a couple times, depending on how wide the vase is open. I'm going to go maybe 3 across each way. So maybe I'm just going to do 3 and then 2 this way, and then go around one more time to make sure that your tape stays on really well. And then to make my vase a little bit more fancy, so I got this incredibly gorgeous fabric from Mood Fabric. Look at this, isn't that pretty? So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to wrap my vase. It's just a little something to give it that little extra edge, make it more beautiful on just a very inexpensive clear vase. So what I do is I get my Tack 2000. You can get any kind of spray adhesive that it will work. So this is Tack 2000 by Design Master, and you just spray a light coat on the glass. And then you just let it dry for a second because you don't want it to bleed through the fabric. And sometimes I do this with silk, and it'll bleed through and it'll make it like a sticky sort of like a wet spot, and you don't want that. So I let it dry just a bit, lay my fabric, and then I get my vase and I line it up as best I can, and I leave a little bit on the edge, on the bottom edge, so it's going to fold over the bottom, and I just put it onto the vase, trying to keep it pulled taut and smoothing it down. And then what you do as you roll, you pull it so that it comes out without any wrinkles. And it should come out perfectly. I just smooth it down, and there you have it. For the end of it, normally I will fold it over like this. Either I hit it with a little bit of, I'll do a bead of glue from the glue gun, although I don't have my glue gun with me right now. So I'll just take a little bit more spray adhesive very carefully, and I'll spray it along here. And then hold it down. So there you have it. Stays down for a moment. And then for the bottom, what I do is I spray the bottom with a little bit of glue. I just fold it in to the bottom ever so carefully. There you have it. So now for the top edge, I'll just cut it, I'll trim it. so it doesn't wick when it's filled with water. Isn't that great? I just think it's such a great way to dress up a vase and make it, you know, 100 times more beautiful. My flowers from Trader Joe's, my bunches of roses, and they're really pretty. Got 2 bunches of them. I'm just going to quickly reflex some of these roses and drop them in here, and we'll have a beautiful little arrangement. Had them sitting out for a little while so they're nice and soft, and they'll, once they drink, they'll perk right back up again. But I could reflex them very easily, but look how gorgeous that is. And I'm just gonna drop it in here. So I just start with the outside guard petals. I leave all the guard petals on because even if they're damaged, they still make the rose full and they hold up the petals. And I very carefully just go in. I take my thumb, I put it in the center of the petal at the base, and I pull it back with my finger, put my 2 fingers on the outside of the inside of the petal, and then I just gently push back. So very easily just pushing them back over and over my finger. And even if one rips a little, it's okay. You can keep on going as long as it's still attached. It's still going to keep drinking, and it just makes such a beautiful rose. A little blow, and there we are. It just takes a couple minutes or less. Once you get going and you've been doing this for a while, you get faster and faster. So again, I put my thumb here. I take my two piece fingers and I put them on each side and I push back. So pushing back, back, back. And then sometimes I just wrap my finger around in the center a little bit to loosen it up if it's a little tight. Give it a quick little blow and then drop it in. And you can just see how pretty that looks. It makes such a difference, and the roses last just as long, if not longer, this way than just dropping them in the vase. So it's just a quick little way to fancy up an arrangement. Now, they're not the super premium Ecuadorian or Colombian roses. The heads are smaller, but when you're reflexing the roses, they're just as gorgeous. And for this type of arrangement, I'm putting so many in here, it's going to be beautiful, and it's a beautiful gift. So once I've done it with the fabric on the vase and all the roses in here, it's going to smell beautiful, and it's going to look fantastic. So you'll see when I'm done, and it's something you can do for yourself. A quick way to make your space more beautiful, bring joy to your space, and bring a little happiness into your home during this difficult time. I know for myself and for my clients, flowers just bring so much love and joy, and it's so wonderful to be able to bring that type of a feeling to people when it really is a difficult time for so many. And it's incredible what flowers can do. And they smell beautiful, they look beautiful, they go through their different phases of opening, and I feel like they're just such a gift from the earth. So as I'm going along, I'm letting the stems get longer and longer. That way, so the shorter stems are closer to the base of the arrangement, and the longer stems so that the arrangement can be fuller as it's coming up, and the stems are able to drink, so they can get all the way down to the bottom. You always want your stems to be long and have a very good source of water. Water is life, so you always want them to be able to be drinking. And another thing is you always want to have clean water for your flowers to ensure that they last longer. The best thing and easiest way to keep them living longer is to change the water daily. So it's one way to keep them happy. For me, I treat all of my flowers before that I send them out. I clean them, cut them, and put them in a special floral food treatment so that they get it absorbs up into the stem, so they're getting all their nutrients, and that way they're ready to go. They're hydrated, and so just as long as the water stays clean. Mostly what kills them is the bacteria in the water. See, this is starting to take shape, and I mean this simple little vase, clear glass vase, turned into this gorgeous arrangement, and it's something that you can do at home. And I'm happy to give further instruction if anybody wants to DM me or send me a private message and contact me. I do give private lessons and instruction. I'm happy to do that, but this is a very simple arrangement to make, and I think that if you just practice reflexing your roses, you'll be able to get it. It just takes a delicate hand and not getting frustrated. Like I said, you know, you rip a leaf, it happens to me all the time. I just keep going. Things to reflexing is you want to make sure your flowers have not been in the cooler. If they're in the cooler, the leaves, the petals rather, are too stiff and they will tear and rip. So the best thing is to have them sitting out so that they're room temperature. They need to be in water, but room temperature is always best, and that way they will reflex much better than if they were in the cooler. Hold on. So there we go. Look how stunning this is. A quick little arrangement with these beautiful roses from Trader Joe's, this inexpensive little vase, and then the fabric treatment. Now, if you want to do something a little extra, I found I had these ostrich feathers in my, from an event. This in two. Put it in two separate parts. Oh, I love it. Look how pretty. Hey, thank you for joining me today, and I'll be back again with another video. Have a great day. I hope everybody's staying safe and healthy.